little fox.
People in the news. Barack Obama. Hi there, and welcome to this week's People in the News. Today, we have a very special person to introduce to you. Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States. He made history in 2008 by becoming America's first African-American president.
He sure did, Ben. But Barack was making news long before that as an attorney, community activist, writer, and senator. He was born in Hawaii in 1961. His parents were quite young when they got married, and they divorced when Barack was just 2 years old. His father eventually returned to his native country of Kenya. Except for a brief visit in 1971, Barack never saw his father again. Around 1967, Barack and his mother moved to Indonesia with his mother's new husband. Life in Indonesia was very different from life in Hawaii. Barack was astonished by the amount of poverty in the country. The sight of starving children and beggars had a huge impact on Barack, and he thought it was unfair that people had to live under such terrible conditions. Barack's mother believed he'd get a better education in America, so she sent him back to Hawaii when he was 10 years old to live with his grandparents. At first, it was difficult for Barack to fit in with the other kids. He was one of the only African-American students in the school, and he'd just spent the last 4 years living in another country. Barack was a good student, but it wasn't until college that Barack became very serious about his studies. He often skipped going out with friends so that he could study instead. He also started reading about extreme poverty and human rights abuses, and grew determined to find a way to help fix these problems. After college, Barack worked for a while as a business writer. He was earning a good salary, but he felt that something was missing from his life. He wasn't helping anyone. So he quit his job and moved to Chicago, Illinois to work as a community organizer. Now Barack's job was to help people who lived in one of Chicago's poorest neighborhoods. He spent long days walking around, getting to know people, and seeing many of the problems they faced. With Barack's encouragement and assistance, some residents were able to pressure city officials to make improvements, such as fixing roads, repairing plumbing, and removing asbestos from homes. Barack believed he could help people more if he had a law degree, so he entered the prestigious Harvard Law School. While there, he was elected president of the Harvard Law Review, a very important academic publication. This position would have guaranteed Barack a high-paying job in a big law firm when he graduated, but he didn't care about making a lot of money. He was still committed to public service. When he graduated from Harvard Law School in 1992, Barack returned to Chicago to teach at the University of Chicago Law School, delivered an important speech at the 2004 Democratic Convention, and he was the author of 2 best-selling books. His first book, Dreams from My Father, was a memoir, and his second, The Audacity of Hope, outlined his political beliefs and vision for America. As his popularity spread, people didn't think an African-American could get elected. But Barack was immensely popular with much of the American public. So in 2007, he announced that he was running for president. And on Election Day in 2008, a record number of people turned out to vote. The majority of those people voted for Barack. Late that night, it was determined that America had elected its first African-American president. In 2012, Barack was elected to a second term.
Thank you, Olivia. Barack's election